Welcome students. This is Social Science class 8th standard Economics chapter 1 Introduction to Economics. In my last video, I have discussed about the meaning of economics and the basic concepts of economics. This is second video. If you have not watched the previous video, please check in the playlist. Today, let us continue the importance of studying economics, definitions of economics. Definitions of economics from economists. Economists means the persons, those who are studying about the meaning of economics. So there are different economists have given their own opinion about economics. So the ideas are different, meaning is same. So let us discuss which are the important persons have given the meaning of economics according to their definitions. The first and the foremost one is the Adam Smith definition. Adam Smith definition says that economics is the study of wealth. He describes this meaning in 1776 and he is also called as a father of economics. So economics means the study of wealth. Once you are studying economics, that you can understand whatever things you are using are all called as wealth. Second important economist, Alfred Marshall in 1890. According to Alfred Marshall, he says the meaning of economics in this way. Economics is the study of the people in the ordinary business of life. So whatever job we are doing, we are earning, we are working, we are spending, we are fulfilling our needs. Those are all there in every daily life. So therefore he says that it is a study of the people in the ordinary business of life. The third economist explains meaning of economics in different way. Third important person is Lionel Robinson in the year 1932 in the modern period. According to Lionel Robinson, economics is the science which studies the human behavior as a relationship between given ends and scarce. Scarce means limited or which have alternative uses. So according to Lionel Robinson says that economics is a subject, it is a science and it studies about human behavior. So how man is working, earning, fulfilling a need, these are all called as human behavior and his work is also having its own end. Sometimes his work may be scarce or limited. So in that time we have to search for alternative uses. So variety of food is available, juice is available, bakery items are available. If bakery item is limited, you have to move on to the homemade food. Like that you have to select alternative uses according to Lionel Robinson. According to Paul A. Samuelson, he explains the meaning in the year 1948. According to him, economics is a study of how societies use scarce resources in order to produce the valuable commodities and distribute them among the different people. So suppose if the resources are scarce, less, limited means you have to produce the valuable commodities and according to the needs of the people you have to distribute to the people, needy people. So in this way we have to produce the goods and we have to distribute to fulfill their needs. So these are the four definitions. One is given by Adam Smith, another is given by Alfred Marshall, third one Lionel Robbins, fourth one Paul A. Samuelson. Please remember these four definitions. Now you have to understand the meaning of the word economic. Let us discuss about the word economic comes from the Greek word oikos means household. Nomos means management. So oikos and nomos put together, it is the word economic. Thus economics word refers to the art of household management which involves using available means to satisfy the basic needs of a family as well as to make prosper. So how we are establishing our own family, then we will fulfill all our needs, food, shelter, clothing, every facilities of a home, all are come under household management. For these purposes, you have to earn money and you have to be employed and you have to fulfill your needs. So the same rule when applied to the whole society also implements that economics is a study how the society uses its resources to satisfy the basic needs of the people as well as their economic prosperity. So when forest is available, then we have to extract trees and we have to make wood for fuel, wood for furnitures, and what type of facilities we can make to construct houses. So for these purposes, we have to use our resources. So like this wood example I have given, food is also like that. Agriculture, we have to grow, we have to fulfill all our food needs, commercial needs, etc. So, the organization of economic activities is called as economy. Whatever organized work we are doing, like trade, agriculture, transport, communication, education, these are all called as economic activities. So that study we'll call as economy. Now we'll pass on to the next point, that is the importance of study economics. So after knowing about the meaning of economics, you have to understand how economics is important. So the study of economics is very important for the individual as well as to the society. Let me discuss how it is important. First point, in order to recognize the scarcity of resources, scarcity is a economic term. It means shortage against the unlimited wants. We already learned that our wants are unlimited, but we have to adjust with the resources, whatever it is available. Second, prioritizing the use of resources and identifying more important and less important. So this also we discussed in the last class, which prioritizing food is important first, bicycle is next, going to movies next. Like that we have to select within our limited money. Third one, economics say on the use of resources and research for more different ways of using the resources. So we have to use the available resources correctly and search for the efficient ways of using resources. So these are also needed. Fourth one, people should engage in economic activities to support the family as well as the country. That means they have to work, they have to earn, they have to spend, they have to fulfill. All these activities are called as economic activities. Next point, contributes to the government revenue and assist it in discharging the developmental and welfare program. So government also have to collect revenue in the form of taxes, and we people have to assist them in discharging their developmental activities. So if they wanted to construct roads, railways, water facility, electricity, these are all postal services, parks, gardening are all called as welfare programs. So for these purpose also we require money. So they'll collect that amount from the public and they also spend certain amount of money to fulfill our needs. Next point, we have to understand socio-economic problems of a country like poverty, unemployment, inflation, etc. We have to try to provide solutions to the same. So what is the meaning of poverty? Where the people are not getting sufficient food, shelter and clothing, that problem is called as poverty. Then unemployment means people are not getting proper jobs according to their qualifications, according to their needs. Inflation means in that condition the prices increases, value of the money is less. That problem whatever we are facing today, it is called as inflation. So whichever products you ask, those products price is high. But for this purpose you require more amount of money to fulfill your needs. So for the money, you have to work. So these are called as socio-economic problem. Then suggest better policies and better ways of implementing policies for bringing about desired growth and the development of the country. So whatever social development, economic development is there, we have to implement our own policies for the well improvement of the economy. So the economist, one of the famous economists, A.C. Pegu, says that the study of economics is not only enlightening but also profitable. So when the transport is there, when communication is there, there is also profitable to the people, even profitable to the country. So on this basis, we can say that we have to give importance to economics. Let us move on to the next point, economic activities. We already discussed the meaning of economic activities. For fulfilling all these economic activities, wants are the base for all economic activities. Wants means needs. So most of the goods and services that we are using every day are limited in supply. Hence, they are not available free of cost. Suppose you require chocolate, biscuits, flowers, umbrellas, all are called as goods and services. So these goods and services are called economic goods and services. So for these purposes, we use our skills and labor to earn money. So you have to work. When you are working, we call you as labor. And after earning money, you can satisfy your wants by using that money. The varied activities which we perform in order to earn money and wealth. So whether you are doing what type of job, agriculture job, industrial job, technological jobs, all jobs are mainly to earn money. After earning, you are spending and you are satisfying your needs or wants with the help of money. So all these wealth for satisfaction of our wants are called in economics as economic activities. So these economic activities are classified into 4 kinds. So let me discuss what are the economic activities which are there in our economics. The first kind of economic activity is production. Production activities are those that produce goods and services. For example, agriculture, animal husbandry means rearing animals for milk, meat and other purposes, fishing, mining, collecting minerals, collecting fishes, fishing, forest development for the sake of collecting forest product and different kinds of industries, agro-based industries, agriculture-based industries, mineral-based industries are all there, transport, communication, all are doing production work. So food we are getting from agriculture, goods we are getting from industries, transport and communication is also making facilities for the fulfillment of the needs of the people. So this is called as production work. Second one, after producing what you have to do, we have to use, that is called as consumption. So goods and services, whatever it has produced for people, consumption purpose, using purpose. So people are using those goods and services are called as consumption. When we are using, we get satisfaction. So man satisfies his wants by buying goods and services. So when you are buying TV, when you are buying pen, when you are buying mobile, that we are not keeping aside. We are using and we are fulfilling our needs. So that is called as consumption. So when you are buying food means we have to taste, we have to eat. So all these activities are known as consumption activities. Third kind of economic activity is exchange. let us discuss what is the meaning of exchange. The producers produce the goods for the consumers. Consumers means people. And there is a marketing system is there in order to supply the produced goods to the consumers. So through the market, all these goods will arrive and we will buy our goods according to our taste, according to our needs. So this system of activities of collection of goods, transportation, selling and buying take place, that is called as exchange. So goods are kept and we have to give our money and we have to take our product or called as good and they are selling, then we can buy. And without selling, without transportation, we cannot get goods. Therefore, exchange is very important in marketing. Now, I will explain about the meaning of distribution. So, distribution means distributing the goods to one person to another, or on the basis of income that earned through the production of goods has been distributed to the various factors of production. So there are 4 factors of production you have to remember under this point in economics. 1 is land, 2 labor, 3 capital, 4 entrepreneurship or organization. These are called as 4 factors of production. So that have enabled the production. So this process involves activities undertaken to determine the price of the factors of production. Suppose if the land we have to use means we cannot get freely, we have to buy, and labor also cannot work freely and we have to pay money, and capital also is not simply investing money, he also expects certain interest for his money. Entrepreneurship or the organization is also working in order to earn profit. Then certain steps have been taken to ensure that the income whatever they have earned is distributed among all factors in a just manner. We have to satisfy our needs by distributing income whatever they have earned, and then only we can fulfill their need. Sometimes what happens is many activities which are not economic in nature, that becomes economic activities. For example, when a teacher gives free tuition at home to the students is not an economic activity. When the same teacher charges fees for giving tuition, then it becomes economic activity. So free teaching cannot come under economic activity. When she is charging something, then it is come under economic activity. So this type of so many other activities also there, those are all called as economic activities. So today we have discussed about definition of economics, importance of economics, economic activities, meaning of the word economics, and the 4 kinds of economic activities. 1. Production, consumption, exchange, distribution. In my next video, I will explain about microeconomics and macroeconomics, how it plays an important role in the economics. Now, I will review these points, whatever we have discussed today's class. Today, we discuss about the definition of economics. The first definition we have discussed about Adam Smith definition 1776. He is called as the father of economics, and his definition says that economics is the study of wealth. Second definition we have discussed Alfred Marshall definition 1890. According to Alfred Marshall says that economics is the study of the people in the ordinary business of life. Third definition you have to remember here is Lionel Robbins 1932. According to him, economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between given ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. Fourth definition we have discussed Paul A. Samuelson 1948. According to him, economics is the study of how societies use scarce resources to produce valuable commodities and distribute them among the different people. So these are the 4 definitions you have to remember under this lesson. Next point, we have discussed about importance of studying economics. First, to recognize the scarcity of resources against unlimited wants. 2, prioritizing the use of resources and identifying more important and less important. 3, economists save on the use of resources and research for more efficient ways of using the resources. 4, engage in economic activities to support family as well as the country. 5, contribute to the government's revenue and assist it in discharge of its developmental and welfare programs. 6, understand socio-economic problems of the country like poverty, unemployment, inflation, etc. and try to provide solutions to the same. 7, such as better policies and better ways of implementing policies for bringing about desired growth and development of the country. So these are the points you have to know about the importance of economics, and afterwards we discuss about A.C. Pegu definition. According to him, economics is a study of economics is not only enlightening but also profitable. Next point, we have discussed about the meaning of the word economics. The word economics derived from the Greek word oikos means household, nomos means management. So these 2 words put together refers to the art of household management. It involves using the available means to satisfy the basic needs of the family as well as to prosper the country. Therefore, we have to study economics. In this way, economics is a study of how the society uses its resources to satisfy the basic needs of the family as well as for their economic prosperity. And the organization of economic activities is also called as economy. So what is economy means? The organization of economic activities is called economy. The next point is economic activities. Goods and services are used or called as economic activities. People use skills and labor to earn money. 3, the varied activities which we perform in order to earn money and to get wealth for satisfaction of our wants are called as economic activities. Once again repeat, the varied activities where the people are doing, we perform in order to earn money and wealth for the satisfaction of our wants are called economic activities. After knowing about the meaning of economic activities, we have discussed about the classification of economic activities. Economic activities are classified into 4 kinds. One is production. So production means produce goods and services. For example, agriculture, animal husbandry, mining, industries, transport and communication. Second one, consumption. Consumption means use of goods and services are produced for consumption. So man satisfies his wants by buying goods and services. Third one is exchange. So here the producers produce goods for the consumers. Marketing system to supply the produced goods to consumers, and the collection of goods, transportation, selling and buying take place. It is called as exchange. Here, 4th point is the distributing. Income that earned through the production of goods are distributed to the various factors of production. So, under the 4 factors of production are there. 1 is the land, 2 labor, 3 capital, 4 organization or entrepreneurship. So all these 4 units we have to distribute the goods. So these are the main points you have to know about this lesson. In my next video, I will explain about microeconomics and macroeconomics. Thank you, children.